third map, the deciding map between HEET and Falcons, kicked off on Dust 2. It was a blowout going the way of Falcons, but HEET found their footing on Vertigo, which takes us all the way to the lovely power plant that is Nuke.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, you take a look at it on the face of things for HEET. They're currently on a 3-map losing streak, and the caliber of opponents they've been losing to is quite high. You've got the likes of Astralis, Heroic, Ents. Like, these are very big top dogs within the Counter-Strike scene. So, hopefully they can bounce back, put up a very good performance, just like they did on Vertigo. Both map picks being traded, which has left us with this decider.
Alright, we're getting into the pistol, and there's a lot of aggression outside. Falcons winning the knife round. Duke gets on the CT side, and they want to start it with a bang. Nice opener, but Jax with an immediate double up to get the trades. And Haji is super low here. Jax, lovely headshot to finish things off. 3 kills going the way of HEET, only losing 1 in return.
Very strong start. They've even got control out towards ramp. Python looking to try and get some damage back, establish some sort of control, but not happening. Jax is doing everything. On for a 4K. Now the rest of the team can rotate over. They've got so much ground, and there's a player in heaven. So even if they go down towards ramp, the rotations are so far away.
So I'm looking good. Maka holding for any push. It's not one coming at the moment. Python's getting the information outside, but information is all they are gathering at the moment. That smoke, that's going to be some information. HEET making their way through. It's a little bit slow, but doesn't really matter. Body can get that bomb down and planted. It should be an easy round for HEET. Jax is also in the back lines, and he's gotten 4 kills. Potentially could even find himself the ace. Python's the only one remaining, and he's got, well, 7 HP to work with.
Wants to hold on to the Kevlar, right? And also the P250. Maybe a minor little bit of satisfaction to deny Jax the ace, but he's hunting for it. Already got an ace on Vertigo, looking to do it in back-to-back maps. Sprinting through, trying to bait out a peek. Python has been brought down low. Jax is a player that even dinked him. So will he secure it? Yes, he will. An ace for Jax in this deciding map.
2 aces so far in the series as well. Got the ace in the prime map, so he's looking really hot to trot here in this squad. And that's what they need. Lovely couple of taps here with the Glock, and then this follow-up onto Haji, who was already brought down low, but it doesn't matter when you're hitting the headshots. Fantastic round from Jax, gets HEET their pistol.
Falcon's going to force back in. They're going to have the scout. A couple of pieces of utility, double HEs potentially to be deployed. NBK is actually wielding this scope weapon, trying to find success outside. But as for right now, HEET, they're not giving it to him. They have to be very careful on the approach. And Jax, he's immediately removed.
Good opener from NBK. Jax, the only man to get a kill so far on that T side, is removed immediately. NBK, though, is spotted through that smoke. Almost lines up another kill there. He is brought down low. The spam back with Deagles has done a bit of chip damage to both Afro and Body, but they've been able to cross down with that bomb to secret.
So his control given over, they can now walk forward. B looks to be the final destination. Still a minute left on the clock, so they can take the space and always reconvene back outside. Haji on the edge of the double doors. Misutaaa, he's here as well. So there are a couple of players down here for the Falcons. HEET don't really need to commit. That door swings open. That's information spotted.
Haji getting a little nervous there. Fires off a shot towards his teammate. Body's making noise, but I suspect it's actually going to be a play back towards A. There's 3 rotations that have come down, and Body is just playing the distraction. NBK sitting outside is holding all the cross in towards May. 24 seconds left. This could still get a little bit scary. Python is still in towards Hut. You can deny this bomb plant going down. It's going to make its way through now. Body comes up towards the vent. Python reestablishing control in towards lobby, not spotting anything. NBK is rotated over as well, but he's going to get pushed off by the utility. That bomb is going down, but Python doesn't brave the peak.
Even a boost in towards heaven. Drops off. Python removed. NBK with the scout deals with the player on the rafters. It's still the man advantage here for the Falcons. They're going to give it a look in. It all hinges on how many scout kills NBK can find. Just tucked in right now. Body the wallbang. It's not going to connect. There's a player in towards CT event. Joko holding the line, body his spray. It's a little bit late, but that's why Joko just chimes in. And suddenly all the kills, they come in a flurry. And Heat, they get back-to-back rounds.
Such a little HP here. Maka might be able to get an exit. They might even go down to the bomb, but no, they are out of there. They're going to save onto these rifles, and that one does go the way of Heat. Gets a little bit dicey there from that forced investment from Falcons. NBK getting the opener. And I honestly thought that Python was getting ready for the hero play. He was in a fantastic position to just end the round. They weren't covering HUT at all. There was a player on top of it. But because he pushed through the lobby, he hadn't been spotted. If he decided to make his way back through as the bomb was being planted down, he obviously could have got that timing, but doesn't know what we know. So I understand going for the safer play, but that's a world that he could have been living in.
Bit difficult as well, right? Because you've still got the man advantage if you are the Falcons. You're working with very minimal. Sort of put your forces to good use, make sure you can trade. And no money really for Falcons off back of losing the force. So it's just going to be pistols again. Golden opportunity for Heat to continue their flawless streak on this T side. And they're being patient. They're just completely waiting. Outside smokes deployed. So they can just walk behind them pretty much uncontested.
Should be an easy start here for Heat. This is what you want if you're starting on that T side of Nuke. To be able to get that pistol around the follow-up conversion against the force. Sets you up for the ideal start. So they get all these players across a lovely train of 4. There's only one defender here at the moment. Haji has made his way down. So there's a couple of Deagles. But it is just Deagles. Maka playing this line. Haji has a nice little HE he can throw here, which if he throws it now, will actually do a chunk of damage. It's something that you get a chance to throw it. Shut down immediately. Joko dispatches a Maka, and this round is done and dusted.
Yeah, even if MisutaA hits a couple of good kills, it's still a 5 versus 2. Nice shot towards Haji. Gets a little bit scary there when you see the grenade, but this round was always destined to be a Heat success. But now the formalities are out the way. Maka has enough money for the AWP. This gun round is going to be the better investment, even coming out for this CT side. But the fact that this is so strong as well from Heat is just really reassuring, considering how Dust 2 went.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's so important that we see a good CT side here. I'm particularly looking at Maka. We mentioned it during Vertigo that he was just not having a good game. It was not his game. Looked pretty okay on Dust 2. Wasn't standout, but was relatively consistent. But here on Nuke, that's where the AWP has to be having a big effect.
No pushes this time for the Falcons. They're just waiting for any aggression. Deep nade in. There's a lot of damage on towards Haji. Python can just step up, catch these players as they run through the smoke. Utility exchanged. The damage in favour of Heat. Looping right now. Body, the sole player outside to potentially try and lurk. Looks like they're going to line up these smokes and go for another outside play.
NBK is out here still, but he's the sole defender. He's looking for anything. Going to be getting all that utility thrown out now, so he's going to have a bit of a read. He's going to try and push in front of the smokes and catch a timing here. Playing out towards red, looking out wide, and he's rewarded with a kill onto Joko. He even gets the second follow-up onto Body. Trey comes through, but the damage is done.
Spam through the smoke from MisutaA. Can't line anything up. There is still this man advantage for the CT side, but Heat, this consistent factor of taking secret control. However, the casualties are starting to mount up. MisutaA's already rotated on towards B. Very difficult for Heat to try and break in.
All they need is an opener. A way back into things. So he's looking into the ceiling, playing with the sound views, trying to work out, triangulate their positions. Next with the spam going through onto any players on the rafter. MisutaA has repositioned. That smoke coming through. He might have been spotted when that double door swung open, but no, stands out and gets the kill onto Ecstasies. Trade out immediately by Jackson. Jackson's accelerating, pushing forward into Maka. Removes the AWP before he can fire off a shot. But now he's the only one left. That bomb has gone down. They have a relatively good read on where he was, so he's trying to play back around. Using the timing here as the smoke fades, but can't quite catch off Python.
Nice try from Jax. You can see what he's trying to do. Completely change up his position immediately. He's been caught out, spotted by Maka. Over towards the ramp. Again, it's that AWP not finding the success. That one's a little bit more forgiving, though. That one's a little bit more difficult because he scoped up looking at the bottom of the bomb site, and Jax just perfectly lines up with his legs. It's not going to be the full kill conversion. But Heat, again, misutaaa gets one, but the trades are just so good when it looks a little bit scary. Falcons will stand and deliver, but it's one round back in. It needs to be a lot more consistent.
They got the AWP over, and NBK also looking good already. Well, on that gun round. That's that double, takes the initiative to go for that peek. And speaking of initiative, Joko tries to go for some fast play out towards the vents, but Mako's here with the AWP, so he's going to open up his account with that one. Definitely a win condition for the CTs. A good shot to get in early and gives them this man advantage.
Look at this as well. He's in towards the vent. That's a dangerous reposition. If he just postures over towards Secret, we know that Heat have been favouring this late outside control in the mid round. That was a little bit of pace injected into the start for Heat, so it might just keep the positions anchored on over. Very interested to see how the Falcons just re-aggress. You can already see it. Maka making his way over outside.
This is exactly what they did the round prior after they peeked in towards lobby. They made their way back out late around this time, and Maka is here with the AWP, but this time the smokes aren't followed up by pressure. Leave one player out here posted on the lurk in body while the rest make their way up. Maka definitely spotted that head, fires off a shot. Real players coming in towards ramp. misutaaa up on the elevated angle, trying to catch a player off with the smoke, and the legs are spotted on the fade, but the trade is immediate. They find a way in towards ramp, but with 30 seconds left, they have to get to a bomb site.
And look at Maka's reposition as well. He's all the way over towards B. Haji has dropped down the vent. But Jax has re-aggressed it back in towards lobby. But Python's position, it needs to be accounted for. It needs to be cleared. NBK does find one. Python allowed to chime in. Is looking a lot better now for the Falcons. With 10 seconds left, it's going to have to be a save for Heat.
It's interesting, Brandon, you mentioned on Vertigo, a lot of the success that Heat found on that T side was moving as a pack and moving as a unit, but in that situation they did the absolute opposite. All three of them split up with 30 seconds left, attacking the bomb site from different angles, and each of them lost their aim duel, except for Body at the very end, who manages to just about survive over with the AK. The bomb is out and takes this initial peek in towards Hell, goes down, and that's the round done. Literally didn't matter what happened after this.
Yeah, I mean, it is so difficult. Nice shot at the end there. But you're right, it's just the fact that they kind of lose a little bit of sense of what's going on the maps. They try to take individual gunfights, and it's at the detriment to them. Look what it's done to the economy as well. It's just this partial investment. Body with that saved AK has to try and be that win factor in round number 6. Has to try and force the issue. Maka could be caught off guard because he's up close in these smokes.
Body's just walking through them, but NBK is holding for it. The information was there that play could come through, and that's that rifle given over immediately. Rest of the team has upgraded pistols, but they're now smoked off. Gonna want to try and test out misutaaa. The smoke is deep, so they feel like pushing through it, but misutaaa this time around is good for the multi. All three fall, and Maka closes it out on the kill on Afro.
Yeah, nice simple stuff there for the Falcons. Again, it's just that partial. Body, he gets removed early. He's not even with ramp. In fact, I think he's the first player even to fall in this round, so can't find a thing. NBK just shutting it down before it can even begin. We're all tied up again, and it's going to be that pause. Tactical timeout called on over. We'll just have a moment to breathe here. 30 seconds left. Do not erase. Lovely stuff.
Well, they didn't read it, did they? Did not error. Did not err. HEET erring. Now they got off that 3-0 start, and they're starting to falter. You ever built a nuclear reactor, Brandon?
Not recently.
Okay, that was a trick question, in case FBI were listening. Gotcha.
Uh-oh.
Danger.
Speaking of uh-oh moments, though, Afro not off to the best start. 0-5, and we had that debate going on towards Vertigo between himself and Maka. And this needs to change. Sharpish. Otherwise, the Falcons can re-establish a way back in. Just a reminder, this was flawless from Heat. It was a 3-0 start. And suddenly, scoreline's all even. Body takes a chunk up towards the silo. It's quick aggression out towards outside for Heat. There's already a player in secret again.
MBK is here and he wants to go for the fight, and so does Hadji elsewhere, but Jax does get that trade. MBK is still being such a nuisance though. And the player with the bomb is going for the fight, delivering it directly to MBK. This disjointed gaming. Jax at least gets one back in response, but still a man advantage towards Falcons, and that bomb is still over towards Secret. Jax has managed to get up quite close here. Surely this gap is known, and yeah, exactly it is. MisutaA goes out for the hard clear, so for Ecstasies, it's going to be tricky, particularly when Python has you locked in.
Yeah, again, another one of these rounds where it feels really segregated from Heat. That time, Falcons take the initiative. They double swing up, catch the players off guard, and there was a gap in towards climbing up heaven. The scope was heard on the AWP, but that really just tunnel visions the attention, allows MisutaA to capitalize, leaving nothing to chance. Falcons are aware of all the positions that Heat could potentially reside in. And a similar situation to what we saw in Dust 2, right? Again, it's a partial investment, not too much utility behind it. They need a bomb plant.
Need it fast. Once again, MisutaA going to be the one having to step up. This time decides he doesn't want to have anything to do with this fight. HE drop behind him in case they drop down, but no, they want to overwhelm Maka, who's just trying to get away. MBK is supporting him with the M4, and that might be enough to keep him in this one. MBK Hadji is just calling in all the reinforcements. Every single CT coming to protect the AWP.
That's crazy. How does Maka stay alive there? It felt like he was being hounded down from every position. The advance acceleration from Heat with the Tech 9s, you think it's going to be enough, but no, the bodyguards of the Falcons prevent it. They even keep pretty much, I think it was all of their players alive as well.
I like the idea, obviously, to overwhelm the AWP, try to get your hands on that and find a way in, but yeah, the reinforcements for Falcons were fantastic. MisutaA never had to do anything on ramp, just drop down. Maka's going for an aggressive peek. Nice opener. Gets away as well, peeking between the two Molotovs. Afro gets a response onto MBK outside, though. That's enabled Body to get up close, but the response is immediately here, and Python has found one onto Ecstasies. The style's starting to look a little bit better for Falcons. Maka crawling out. Definitely spotted Afro, but Afro spotted him too.
Much better reaction from Afro. Gets two important kills here. 3 versus 3 Body. Once again, found this gap up towards heaven. Falcon's going to be aware of this. The utility going to rain in towards lobby, trying to set him up for success. But look at this push. On the back of things, Python, he's even aggressing over. Are they holding for this? Afro. Oh, it's so weird. Gets caught out by MisutaA, and that player has been in heaven this entire time. Python, I think he was spotted, and Jax, doesn't matter. Shadow advantage favours the Falcons, and suddenly Body his flank can't do a thing.
That's such a perfect response to push into lobby. We see it so often on the CT side. But the timing of it is just superb. Now Body, well, he's going to get caught out by MisutaA tucked into the corner. What a well-played round from Falcons after it gets equalized into that 3v3 with Afro finding those kills. I love the response from Heat right there. They go to set up this utility out towards the roof, on T-roof, to try and keep Falcons interested on the A site to enable Body to flank through heaven and catch them off guard. The Falcons' response is just to push in towards lobby. They want nothing to do with it, and it works out with the win.
Even by just taking a breath and pushing back in towards lobby, you can hear the utility firing over. They wanted to just capitalize on those players rotating back down in. That's exactly what happens. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a break in the proceedings. Falcons have now doubled the score lead of Heat. And how do we measure progress? Well, on the T side of Nuke, I'd argue it's 6 rounds. That's essential for Heat as a bare minimum.
Where do I want to be in 6 months? ESL Pro League. That's the progression path here. I want to get that EPL conference spot, make your way through to Pro League, just like Heat did in the previous season. They're battling out to do it once again.
It was that game in conference, whereas elimination on the line, Heat won it out. That was a free mapper. But these two teams have not played Nuke with the new lineups. Jax coming in, the Falcons picking up NBK and MisutaA. From the early stages, Falcons have just won 6 in a row.
Well, last one in towards the A-bomb side. Hadji on top of the hat. Nothing to flush him out, but the bullets do the job. Jax finds that kill. Enough support here to get it done. Anyway, Python with a nice triple on the site. There's no way those pistols were going to overwhelm.
Not at all. But that's why They took that partial, so they can reinvest back in. Lots of money now in Heat's pockets, so you can get a sniper on the board if they choose to. They can definitely have AKs and full belts of utility. 7 rounds now, 1 out by the Falcons, looking for more. Just a reminder, whoever loses this game is eliminated from ESL Challenger League Season 42 playoffs.
Yes, low bracket run, both teams definitely capable of doing it, but this map's going to decide which one will be on for it. What an absolute shot from Bodyy. Holding W straight thing all the way out. Finds that kill, the response from Falcons, pushing towards lobby. This is early lobby control prize. I mean, secret, well, they know it is to play.
They can even rotate down the vent here, potentially. misutaaa has to stand tall. Can't get eliminated here. Afro's even going to be boosted up. And that finds the shot. That's the opportunity. And even with Heat, they've got a player in towards Squeaky. They can just cut off all the rotations.
That was a real risky peek, but Python, he takes another risk with that peek, gets a kill onto Jax and drops the bomb. He's still fighting, finds the second kill. Oh my god, Afro does eventually trade him out. Joko's up close, so he's going to punish Hadji on that push. It's a little scary there for a moment, but Maka, there's no way he's going for this retake. Despite that 13k in his bank, AWP is not the weapon for the job. I think maybe a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a mistake, but maybe not the ideal play from misutaaa there to try and go for that fight on the stairs. Normally we see it's a bit of a passive setup. You're going for the information, and the fact is Falcons knew that there was this deep secret setup because they'd taken that control in towards lobby. They knew that secret was going to be, it's either secret or through main that they had to come, and so maybe misutaaa plays out a bit more passive and get the info and fall back, because it's not uncommon to see that boost come through that we just saw.
It's not, and also it just means that rotations could come over a little bit faster. They can be a little bit closer, so the trades could potentially be more effective. That all started because NBK lost his life outside. Been so good on that position normally. Just gets absolutely bodied. Python, there's some great kills here, trying to repair the situation, but actually puts it into a 3 versus 3. This advanced position from Joko is absolutely everything.
Yeah, that one really put the nail in the coffin. Definitely not expected given Python had just been fighting from literally where Joko was. But still, as mentioned, that was 13k in the bank of Maka. It's now down to 10k, so there's plenty for Falcons to be working with early on. They still have this 3-round lead. NBK's got a very advanced position, has Hadji not too far away towards red box either, so this is a really great setup. See Heat are a bit cautious about pushing into this.
Oh, NBK thinking about forcing it. He's being held though. He's going to step out. Afro will strike. Another opener outside for Heat. Hadji is here. They are accounting for this. They're waiting, slowing things down. They need to clear him here, otherwise it gets a little bit dangerous. Maka's got a flashbang, so could bail him out or even set him up for success.
Yeah, he can win this round. It all falls apart here. Nice swing out. That's a door. Not quite the double. Jax gets dinked, but the kill doesn't come through. Maka now trying to go for hero play. Oh, no, misses the shot on the Joko. That looked like it could have been it. This time Python's turn to step up, gets a kill, and the second. Somehow they're making these plays work, and there's misutaaa with a tap to finish the job.
We're talking about controlled aggression. That was not controlled, but what it was is Falcons constantly just re-aggressing the issue, right? Stepping in. NBK falls. Hadji steps up, supported by a flash. Maka goes for a hero play outside. Is then punished, but then you're not ready for Python and then misutaaa to be this aggressive even further. Heat, they just get completely blindsided.
It's the Python NBK misutaaa show. 13, 12, 12 the kills for those players, and the only player close on the outside is Jax, who has 12, but then the next closest is Joko on 7. So it's very much favoring Falcons here. And Jax's 12 kills also comes from the fact they got an ace in the pistol round.
Spam. Not quite finding the damage. Heat, they got 3 players out towards ramp. They're going to force the issue here. They're all grouping. Can misutaaa rotate over in time? He is in heaven, so he can definitely do it if NBK feels pressure. Another smoke being put down. Are Heat going to go through this? If they do, they have to be careful. They won't find the kill.
Yeah, NBK spots the legs, but Afro hits the shot. Ding came through, 2 HP onto Afro, couldn't convert the kill. think it might have just been 3 body shots, in fact, but not enough to get the job done. One of them must have been onto the leg. HEETdjoko has rotated down, and it's only 1-man advantage, so if he's able to find a couple here, that could be the way through. Good flashbang, but he's going to dodge it and doubles up behind the flames. Jax trades him out, but here comes another response, but Jax a second kill. misutaaa's rotated down, the bomb is being planted, and there's 2 players that are low. misutaaa taking the initiative to swing out and get the kill, but Ecstasy trades him all now onto Maka, and Afro, close combat with the AWP, hits the shot.
What a well-recovered round by HEET. It's all onto Jax to those entries over towards ramp. And just when you think the M4s have done enough, it leaves Maka in a very difficult situation because he can't capitalize on the low HP. Look at this gap. Afro limping 2 HP. And just when you think HEETdjoko has done enough, check these kills back in the feed from Jax. Completely opens this one up, especially onto that swing at double doors.
Yeah, that's the critical kill, getting the double door swings. The idea of that is to immediately trade out Jackson to set them up for success into that round. But no, HEET do stand fighting. Jack's doing everything he can to keep him into this one. And Python, well, he's removed by the Mach 10 charging through. But HEETdjoko with the M4 has tripled up on the site. The bomb gets dropped directly into his grasp. And well, Afro decides to run into the flames and get shot in the head. Ecstasies, what are you going to do? You're about to deliver an ace perhaps, but no, not going to happen. HEETdjoko goes down, but Maka is there to follow up.
That's a little bit of a rough one for HEET. They wanted to add pace to that situation. They haven't really gone too fast on these upper floor hits, and HEETdjoko, there's 5 bullets in this magazine. He still finds the 4th kill. Patient. Accounts for every single one and finds just an amazing collection of kills. Falcons, they push themselves forward to 9, and taking a look at the buy for HEET, very possible that this could be 10.
Yeah, they're in a good position to do it. Not a lot for HEET to work with, and 10 rounds on the CT side would be fantastic. Considering they lost the first 3 rounds, you have to remember that's how this game started. What are you? Dodging the nades, but NBK, well, Joko's not dodging his bullets. They go through the smoke to get the opener. After a few tags onto Jax. This one looking like they're going to limp through it. Afro also brought down low, so all these players. And a bit of chip damage just across.
And now information's just been relayed that they can cross. So this Ecstasy's flank down the vent doesn't really achieve anything. Maka's all the way back in spawn. He's holding this cross towards main, which allows players to tuck in towards second vent. HEET, again, they're quite dispersed, right? It's 3 players making their move in towards B. NBK's on a quick rotation. misutaaa, he's here as well. Well, Python and HEETdjoko, they can push lobby if this hit does come in, and they can quickly rotate down towards ramp. It's all on misutaaa right now.
Definitely knows Ecstasies is home. Reloading on the other side, opens the door, and well, it's an easy kill for misutaaa. Barely had to work for it. Now the smoke gives him a bit of space to work through. A flash comes through, but he dodges that with ease. Can't quite double up, but he's already done enough. NBK rotates through. Oh, isn't being committed. It's just a fake out. As they are actually going to go for the split onto A. This is a bit of a clever play because they have played with those rotations. The fact that you've just heard the bomb be faked onto B makes you consider it, but Body, better be careful. Here's 2 players. Mac on the other side with the AWP, can't adjust the shot. Body somehow, oh my god, Mac gets that, and then Python drops Afro.
What a messy way to end that round, but it results in the Falcons still recovering, and it will elevate them to double digits, puts themselves in a great position to take the series. Can they do it? We'll find out in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, everybody. Jumping into the second half between Falcons and HEET. It was a strong CT side from Falcons, getting 10 rounds. Now the question is, can they do the same on the T side?
Double pieces of utility for HEET. Double smokes. Double setup in towards ramp. Make it a third. Xyz is rotated in towards heaven. That's going to push the Falcons back. Hyphen now trying to contend with Body, who's on the other side by that vent. Jax is even here to support these kills. Oh, they're coming in favor of HEET.
Nice couple of kills from Body in particular there. Gee, he's about to get swung on by 3 different players, and of course it's Body to get that one. And the fact somehow closes it out on that last kill onto Maka, just jumps in there looking for the fight and gets the 4K.
Not quite the ace on the pistol, but still 4 kills more than enough. The fact that he's so close there as well, just completely catch them off guard. You think that the USP is going to be at a detriment against the Glocks, especially when they're right in your face. But I guess it doesn't matter. And the Falcons, they're not even going to invest on this. Not a single penny coming into round number 17. Should give HEET another advantage to bring this gap a little bit closer.
Both pistol rounds on Nuke. And looking like both conversions too. So HEET have had every advantage in this map. Falcons are still in a fairly commanding lead. Bomb plant here would be fantastic for that little bit of extra utility into the follow-up. See what they're able to do. Jack's holding close with the MP9. NBK is pinned in at the moment. That hole in the door preventing him from really escaping his little corner. Okay, if you can escape. Disregard me. Pulls Magic Trick. Gets out of there. Jax is trying to go for long-range duels. It's a bit of damage, but no kill.
Yeah, but this could be Djoko's time to shine. Look at this position. It's so good. They're not really going to expect this. And yeah, they go straight into the meat grinder. Djoko with a second. Haji's even got a team kill in towards the mix. And Afro's here with the scout to swap over to the USP. Does find the headshot. And then Djoko closes with the third. So it gets a little bit scary, especially when the Falcons are all rushing out. At that point, they get past Djoko in that deep position. But they recover the situation. And it's clean.
I think the Afro took a second to line up that shot and still missed it. It happens. We get to see that again. Oh, not quite, Afro.
Right.
Not quite. It's okay, you got it with the USP. It's all good in the end. Now the guns come out. And yeah, 5 AKs, an MP9, Scout still in play, so it's a good position for Falcons. Go into this freebie one for HEET. What a nice dink from Djoko early.
Oh. Even the follow-up ricochets the HE off the wall. Body now being Molotov, has to extinguish the flames. He even escapes. There's a little bit of a one-way here that he could use to his advantage. Misutaaa with the trade. It's still the advantage here for HEET. Afro peeking, but MisutaA's made it down to the vent at the very least. And NBK tries to step in at ramp, but Djoko with the immediate kill.
This is feeling very disjointed from Falcons. Since they got these guns out, they lose that opener and then they kind of just walk into the firing line outside. And Afro knows that bomb crossed. He has moved around a little bit, so there's potentially a timing that MisutaAa could have caught to cross back. And they're pretty well aware of the situation. Now Maka and MisutaAa have to piece this together. MisutaAa is top frag in the server at the moment on 16 kills. Nice tag from Afro, though. Does soften up both these players, and he is able to finish the job as well. MisutaAa, the only remaining player. Nice headshot onto the first. Can't quite convert the transfer. So low. Or the off angle from Djoko almost punishes him, and just swinging out is Afro.
Yeah, the issue for the Falcons is they prioritize the weaponry over the utility, and then they go outside. After losing the man advantage here to a well-timed push and grenade combination from Djoko. But yeah, I would have preferred to see Galil's here, because it gives you a little bit more opportunity, gives you a little bit more leverage when transitioning down towards Secret, because that was always the game plan. Add a couple of flashes into the equation, it makes that round a little bit easier from getting that control.
Well, instead, they're now dealing with upgraded pistols. They do have some utility, at least. They can throw some smokes out, and they can put a bit of pace behind it. Python, actually, the only one charging out. It's a bit of a misdirect, but he has managed to get himself all the way down to Secret quite early on. Causes the rotation to come over while the rest of the team moves towards ramp. Djoko firing off a shot, and in fact, even catches NBK through the smoke. He's looking for more as well. The follow-up kill comes through, and even swapping to the USP to get all three. What a hold from Djoko. Maka can't even get that bomb, because Djoko, well, he's still standing and fighting. Xerxes has dealt with Pythons. Now Maka's the only one remaining, and of course, it's Djoko to deal with him.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's why they went outside in the previous, because they can't contend with Djoko. His aggression in towards ramp, and these spams are picture perfect. Every single opportunity he gets. This is just style points, really. Great hold on towards ramp. He even finds that 4th kill. He's been a very consistent factor for Heat all series long, and now they bring the gap just within 1. They could tie the game up here if they win this round.
AWP up for Afro as well. So Maka not having a huge amount of impact with that one. On the CT side for Falcons. He's got the AK out here at the moment. And take this fight close combat. Body has made his way up, and Afro is ready with some utility support. Here comes that flash. Body going to peek off it, but misutaaa isn't blinded. Plays around it and gets the opener.
Djoko tucks in towards heaven. Afro even finds NBK, but here comes misutaaa. Afro pushed back by the incendiary. Xerxes trying to step in towards main. Man advantage is still with the Falcons, and Hadji hasn't even revealed his position yet. Could walk out hard and catch off Xerxes.
It looks like he might be about to do just that to Djoko, just holding the line, walk straight in. Xerxes the only remaining player, and they have a good read on where he is. He's standing out, gets a first, but traded out immediately. misutaaa with a triple into that round. And a question about an AWP is answered in the very last second. Picks that one up to drop over to Maka.
Just. Alright. T-side AWPing on Nuke. It's not as familiar. It's not as used to what we're seeing. But Maka now needs to step up. Find these openings. Typically, when Falcons get secret control, or just a T-side in general, that's when their AWP can become so potent, just holding these rotations, especially outside. That's when I'd expect it to do the damage.
Alright, well, it's fast in towards ramp, although they slow down off that flashbang. Djoko across is able to reposition, but Hadji finds him. Good kill coming through. This time that multi-kill does not happen. Afro, he cannot peek us with the Molotovs, which means the B site is the play. Rotations have come down, and they've caught off NBK. Good control being re-established here, and Hadji is so low. Being very cautious on the other side of this Molotov, playing a headshot angle to try and find a kill. They both come off at the same time. The bomb has been planted in the meantime, and the kills are going back and forth. Xerxes trying to deal with Maka, close combat with the AWP, and they're just running over. Mouse DPI onto 8,000 as he jumps over the corner there. Python the only one remaining, and they are sticking the bomb. He's trying to spray it down, but it's been diffused.
What a play. As soon as that kill comes in for Python up towards heaven, they just completely isolate the AWP, get straight on the bomb, because they know that rotation, it can't come soon enough. Even a little bit of micro, shutting the door in his face. It's so rude, but it's so effective. And Heat, they will find a response. And that's all off the back of the kills fall in favour to the Falcons initially. They had so much control down towards ramp, it just all fell apart.
There's some chaos there. I like the decision just to overwhelm the AWP player by just jumping over him, spraying with reckless abandon. But yeah, Maka not able to get anything done there in that close angle. Good round from Heat. Team Falcon still leading by 1 round, but it's a small lead considering this was a 10-5 half.
They've even called a pause. They want to make sure that they get this next gun round over the line. Maka again with the AWP comes at a cost, no utility in his pockets. Falcons, they've got quite a good reinvestment behind this though. Everyone is suited and booted to the nines with all of this utility. They could try and make something work, but again, it's the question of can Maka find any success on this opener with the AWP?
Not be having a lot of it, but maybe this is the time that his face will turn. He's looking for something and not being given, so he's going to fall back. It's a very strong stack over towards the A side for the CTs. 4 players essentially in play there. Afro has taken the AWP in towards ramp this time, so Djoko not by his side. Djoko instead is on top of the hut. It's a bit of a move around. See if this AWP can have some luck over on this side of the map.
Doesn't actually take any damage there. Looks like he would have. Hey, they've got all the players in the right places here. Viper's holding for this aggression. It doesn't matter. Body will still find the opener. 1 minute left on the clock. Falcons, they've got no map control here.
They're setting up for some outside smokes, lighting those ones up, grouping up as a unit. So it does feel like this is where they are anticipating going. They're sending NBK out first to scout things out, but Body, using this smoke as a bit of a gap, has decided to fall back as it fades. NBK is definitely holding for him. We can see that one on the screen. The smokes come through as they make their way over. The Body, he catches the good timing here. No, not quite. NBK gets the kill. Does get dinked down, but Jax can't quite hit the spam through, and now the rotations have to come through. They haven't dropped anyone down vents. They're a little bit worried about it, which means everything is on Afro with the AWP. He's rotated down, and he's tucked in towards Dark. Gonna peek out, gets that first shot onto MBK. Now he can just tuck in here, but they've come back up the vents. Misutaaa and Haji have both found a kill apiece at a route onto the side.
Now Mac is holding for Hut. Jax is removed, and now it's all onto Afro. And he's already revealed his position. He was all the way down on the B bomb site. Falcons bide their time. And the fact that Heat don't rotate over, it could have been to their advantage, right? Because their player was flanking over towards Hell that entire time. Doesn't quite work out. Afro now trying to hold on to the AWP. Doesn't want to lose it because the economy has not really been well established yet for Heat. Peeking up and over, but I doubt the Falcons will try and hunt this back.
He's definitely heard Maka making a lot of noise outside, but Maka's not hunting. He's moved in towards garage. Afro just going to save this one. We'll be able to hold on to it into the follow-up. That's critical. And yeah, that felt like Heat had a great response. Afro was the only one on the B side. He even gets that kill, and they have everyone else in uppers. All 3 CTs are there, and each one gets caught out by the T's.
Well, silver lining is that AWP has been saved over. It looks like they're going to potentially force around this. You can see a couple of rifles come into the mix. You've got a Deagle and an MP9. It's not the best, but it still gives you a fighting chance to go forward with this.
They miss boost there, or run boost coming through. So Afro repositions in towards main. MBK is spamming the positions. Afro is trying to move forward. A better angle. Touches the flames though, so that's a little bit of info. It feels like he has to go for this play. MBK was holding for it, but Afro's a little bit quicker.
Good opener. Jax was there the entire time as well with the MP9. Joko juggling grenades, looking for an info play potentially back out towards ramp. Flashbang through. That has to alert the attention to the Falcons. Body off the back of it, rotates back down. Afro's found another. He's going really close, but Misutaaa will trade. Still 2 defenders here on the A bomb site, and Joko this entire time has walked through ramp, but he misses the shots.
Oh, that's a rare fumble from Joko to miss those ones, but shouldn't be to their detriment. Still a 2-man advantage. Misutaaa brought down low as well. Joko's even getting reboosted now. Difficult position, but Maka just spamming wildly through the smoke gets Jax. This is now starting to look doable, but no, Body catches him, spams him through the wall, and he falls. So what looked doable for a moment is now impossible for Misutaaa.
Yeah, they've even got that double setup on towards ramp, right? So he can recover the bomb, that's fantastic. But where can he really go? No time, low HP, no money. Even just throws away the AK, wants to pick up the AWP, throws it back a little bit to try and mask an audio cue. And with the timer ticking down so low, it feels like he will be able to save this AWP. Heat, they're nowhere near hunting this one down. They will still get a round back in. Once again, they bring it to within 1. And that's off the back of just that forced investment coming around this AWP.
Yeah, it was a great opener with the AWP pushing through in towards single door. And MBK was even holding for this. We can see it on the replay. He had the line, but Afro just crouch peeking around the corners a little bit faster. I felt like maybe there was a way in there with Maka finding that kill, but I think the flames tickled him and then Body just finished the job. So now we get to see the reverse with the saved AWP, and it's likely a hero one based on the situation of the economy for Falcons. So yeah, they could force around it. Potentially Haji and Python could get out rifles, but might be risky.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Also, you can see that Maka's invested. He's dropped utility over towards Misutaaa. That's got armor behind this play. because he was the one that survived with the AWP. In fact, no, he had the utility altogether. Mac has just bought armor and Kevlar at that to support the AWP. My mistake.
All right. Let's see what they could do with this AWP. All eyes on Mako. He's had a few eyes on him this series. Not necessarily good eyes. Peering, looming eyes. Judgmental eyes. Now a chance for redemption. What's that one player? Not able to find the kill. Timing shot does not connect and he falls back.
Jax, this is an off angle. If that door opens, Hadji could be struck off the record. In fact, he's going to open it to allow Maka to peek in, potentially. And Jax moves away at the perfect moment, tucks in towards the second vent. Where do Falcons want to go with this? They know that Heat have been pushing the issue, especially over towards ramp. They can just hold for this push, but this time it's not really coming in. Body's over with Djoko, but they're playing such a passive line.
Misutaaa is the other player that could have a lot of impact here with that hero Galil. He has on 22 kills. The only player in the 20s. Kills above his next closest fragger. Afro is repositioned with his AWP. The smoke's come down. The L block one's blocking off vision for him. So he decides, no, having none of that. Back down my little vent. The hidey hole. I think it's misdirection. Now starting to cross. Okay, the spam comes through from body, so they do make it down. 30 seconds left. B is the play. Afro's here with the AWP.
Flashes Eva. It's just a free open peek. That's the bomb dropped. Even finds Maka on that AWP. Afro's done everything. Misutaaa now can try and chime in with the Galil, but Body's already rotated down. What a hold from Afro and the rest of Heat. They just lock that one in. They tie up the scoreline and they don't even lose a single player.
Yeah, you mentioned the lack of flashes that Misutaaa had too. He got across in that gap. You can see it exactly on the replay, right? He makes his way over. He wants to try and exploit the fact that he's managed to cross past Afro, but the fact of the matter is 3 of his teammates have just fallen on the floor behind him, and there was nothing he was able to find as he swings out onto the site anyway, because the rotations had come through. So maybe a little bit of a misplay there. Could have flashed that angle and maybe found a better way through, but no accounting for a triple kill from Afro.
No, and that's exactly what they were doing on Dust 2, right? They've been very diligent in their clears. They were using utility effectively and proactively, especially when they were supported with peaks. Saw that really evident over towards Python's point of view. But you're right, it just doesn't really happen in the previous. They have forced back in Falcons. They're allowed to do this because of the loss bonus. They are just going to raid a lot of utility down on over. Jax, he's here. Ecstasies takes the first contact. Can't find a thing, but Jax hasn't revealed himself this entire time. And NBK does find that push on towards ramp, but it's a 1 versus 3. And he's got no health.
Got a perfect side hold. Bait and switch, allowing Jax to sit up in the rafters, tucked in. His 2 teammates take contact, get traded out immediately, and he is there for a double kill. Let's see this again. Ends the round basically right there and then. NBK, very little he could do at that stage. Just trying to brute force it onto the A bomb side and, well, does not work out at all. No bomb plant either. Look at the money for Falcons. Again in this position where they don't want to buy into this one. So, I mean, it could be a 2-round lead for Heat.
This is the double timeout being called in by this T side. They're going to have an entire minute to talk about the situation they find themselves in. Heat, they've taken the advantage 13-12. 3 more rounds. They continue their journey here in Challenger League Season 42 playoffs. And then that will knock the Falcons out of contention. A lot on the line.
On line for Heat particularly, they really want that conference spot. And after the blowout that was Dust 2, it didn't feel like they had a lot of life in them, but it was a complete change around coming into these following 2 maps. Looking like a well-oiled machine, every player fragging out. Afro in particular, I think that's the big difference here compared to Maka on the other side. He's having so much impact with this AWP. We saw the triple kill 2 rounds prior. It feels like there's always an individual that can step up with the multi-kill.
I feel like as well, with Heat, they're playing the game to their own tempo, right? Falcons, they can never really push down in towards ramp unless they get aggressive, because Djoko has been prioritizing control there early on. He's being aggressive, flanking around in towards lobby. They've always got a player down in towards vents and a follow-up player in towards secret. More often than not, that's the sniper, which makes it so difficult to find a way into any of these bomb sites.
Alright, well, the halfie comes out. Just going to be Tech 9's a Mach 10 for NBK, so he's got a little bit of a better run and gun weapon, but it is all run and gun weapons. And we'll see where they're going to run and gun, because they're going fast in towards the vent, looking like a potential dive coming through. No, just bursting into the site. Body gets one, and Jax is on the site for one of his own, but the trades have come through until Ecstasies rotates over. The bomb gets dropped, and Body's slamming through. Ashley doesn't connect that shot. Still on to Ecstasies, who gets another. And Djoko there to close it out. The rotations from Heat once again towards the A site are on point.
No bomb plant, that's rough again. Heat deal with an aggressive play coming on over from the Falcons. And their economy is so far established now after winning round after round. Again, because of the half investment, Falcons can reinvest. And even leave a little bit of money in the tank in case they lose this, but they'll be conceding series point. And then they'll have to reinvest back in with Galils and Mach 10s. It's not the most ideal scenario. They need to just get this round on the board. It's of great importance to them.
It's 2 rounds on this T side compared to the 9 that Heat have been able to scrape together. This lack of pistol rounds and follow-ups really coming to bite Falcons here. At least they've gotten some control here early. Haji has got himself in towards credit, and 3 of his teammates are down in secret. It is being feed by Body this time, not the AWP. Flash comes through, so it does alert to the presence. Now Boost gets assembled to check in towards the other stairway, but that's not where contact is at the moment. I'm not going to spot anything right now. Body opens the door, fakes out the sound cue, and makes his way back. Here comes another boost though, and this time, oh, Maka can't hit the shot, falls off at the wrong time. NBK has found Ecstasies, but Afro with one of his own. That's a good kill, but not ready for Djoko to swing through with the triple. Drops them all and leaves NBK on his own. Making his way down the vents, but what can you do? 15 HP, 3 players to find.
25 seconds, gets pushed back by the flash again, needs to recover the bomb. So low. And all the players are down here, or Heat. They don't need to move, they've even just shut the door. So the best he can do potentially is just save an AWP. But again, it's these rotations from Heat swinging in tandem. Body actually baits the fact that he's just going to stand and fight to the death, and that allows Djoko just to swing in at the perfect moment. They're not ready for him at all. It's a perfect setup, and NBK died after time. He's got $300.
That's a disaster. Serious point on the line. Elimination point on the line. You've got $300 going into the round. How much you can afford is a P250 or a piece of utility. It's an absolute disaster, but this was not. Look at this swing out. That third kill. I'm not even sure he realized he got it until the very end. In fact, the Body actually opened up that door in towards controller, in towards contamination. You know, that allowed Djoko to come through, right? Didn't have to open the door himself and make that sound cue that he'd arrived. So Body kind of set him up for that by opening that door and then moving back to take the fight. Djoko comes in a few moments later and ends the round. Only snack on the menu here for Heat is Falcon. That's something you're going to find in a vending machine.
Does NBK even have enough money to buy anything? It was unlikely.
There you go. Smoke.
Alright. I'll get a snack though.
Yeah, I suppose you can't get a snack. Smoke grenade, probably not very tasty.
Last round of play. Potentially. Heat. Open up with another. NBK. Well, at least it's that player removed. Compared to anyone else. No armor. Not too much hope. Falcons trying to aggress the issue in towards ramp. There's 3 players here. Djoko, time and time again, has always been good with these multi-kills. That deep grenade actually not going to find a thing. So Python making inroads towards outside. He'll potentially try and sell this to get the rest of his team out. Hey.
Actually looking for the opener. XC's has found one. Jax has had to drop down onto the site. And they are starting to come in his position, but he goes down. Maka gets the kill. Afro scoped up in towards heaven. Can't quite hit the shot. A flashbang limps through. Body's making his way up. Oh, the bomb plant gets denied. The timing from Bodyy is superb. And now Joko is trying to use the smoke to make his way around. Gets the kill. All now onto Hadji. 1 versus 2 to keep Falcons in it. And to keep them in the Challenger playoffs. Making his way through now. Both players on the site. The bomb is out in the open. Waiting for a peek. It's not quite coming. He has a bit of time to work with. That's the only thing in his favor at the moment. He slowly tucks in. Starts to reposition. Looking for this push. Going in towards lobby.
Oh, does find one. Can he get the second? Not quite. It will be Joko just to close it out. And as simple as you like, Heat. It's a little bit of a crazy round to end things off, but they will continue in the playoffs of Challenger League. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Falcons after a miraculous start on Dust 2.
Yeah, it's incredible. That's how the series ended. We had that 16-6 game on Dust 2 where Falcons just ran away with it. Heat, they picked Dust 2 and they felt completely like they were not game at all. They were making a lot of